待たせしました。第3部のコンサートを開始します。それでは拍手でお迎えください。
Αρχώσουν αμάκα μου στο ντεκέ μας και να ακούγες το πάγλαμα και τις διπλοπένιες μας. Να ακούσεις, να ευχαριστηθείς, να ακούσεις και λιγάκι. Θέλεις δε θες να σηκωθείς βολτά για ζεϊμπεκάκι. Να ακούσεις και το Αραμπιέν και το Καραντουζενι και σε λιγάκι θα λέγες ο Άργυλες να γίνει. Να σου φύγουν οι καημοί να σπάσεις δαλκαδάκι απ' τις παινιές που θα ακούγες από το μπουζουκάκι.
For me also, of course, is the sharing of passion, you know, sadness or happiness, you know, it's about sharing and the energy. And since I'm doing it now also in Athens, it feels alive, you know. Maybe it's 100 years old since it started, but it still has this meaning of sharing passion, and it's like a living organism, you know. It's not like a museum thing. It's still happening, you know, and evolving. Yeah.
γίνω boufetzis σε τουρκικούς τεκέδες να έρχονται οι κανούμισες να πίνουν αργυλέδες. μπαίνω στο τεκέ βλέπω τρία μεράκια, τρελές κοπέλες σε μορφές να πίνουν τσιμπουκάκια. Κρατάει τον αργυλέ κι η άλλη το πατάει, η τρίτη μικρότερη θέλει για να φουμάρει. Παίζει το παγλάμα κι η άλλη το μπουζούκι, κι η τρίτη μικρότερη τρέλει στο μαστουρλούκι.
και αστροπεκάζει. Όμορφη κοπέλα με σίγουρσα έλα, πάμε στα πέριξ συντροφιά. Όμορφη κοπέλα με σίγουρσα έλα, πάμε στα πέριξ συντροφιά. Οπα! Έλατε θα χάσεις, θα καλό περάσεις. Ζούλα τα γλεντάκια έχουνε μεράκια, πάμε στα πέριξ συντροφιά. Ζούλα τα γλεντάκια έχουνε μεράκια, πάμε στα πέριξ συντροφιά. Άκουσε και κάτι για γνωστό σου μάτι. Δεν θα συναντήσεις εκεί που θα γλεντήσεις, πάμε στα πέριξ συντροφιά. Δεν θα συναντήσεις συναντήσεις εκεί που θα γλεντήσεις. Πάμε στα perix συντροφιά.
Άφησε το να ζει και γλυκοβραδιάζει. Φούλια τα ωραία, εγώ και εσύ παρέα.
Πάμε στα perix συντροφιά. Φούλια τα ωραία, εγώ και εσύ παρέα. Πάμε στα perix συντροφιά. Στο Φάληρο που πλένεσαι, περιστεράκι γένεσαι, περιστεράκι γένεσαι. Στο Φάληρο που πλένεσαι. Με το μαγιό, γεια σου τσακπίνα μου Μαριό, γεια σου τσακπίνα μου Μαριό. Σε είδα χτες με το μαγιό. Στην αμμουδιά με άλλον ήσουν αγκαλιά, με άλλον ήσουν αγκαλιά. Στη θάλασσα στην αμμουδιά. Και εμένα ούτε μια ματιά δε μου ρίξε σκληρή καρδιά, δε μου ρίξε σκληρή καρδιά. Και εμένα ούτε μια ματιά.
about bringing people together who share a passion for this genre, which is pretty rare. You know, we're 100 years on since the birth, say, of Rebetiko, and it's still so alive. And it's kind of like a catharsis. Like the songs are, you know, they share their pain. People are telling their pain in the songs, and you can, if you're, you know, feel something, you can empathize with that. And they also share their joy. So that's also something that really gets you in the mood and feel connected to the composers.
Απόψε έλα κοντά μου, τσιγκάνα στον όντα μου. Έλα να με γιάνεις και το καιρό μη χάνεις, και το καιρό μη χάνεις. Έλα να με γιάνεις. Μη βρέξει και μη στάξει, με σκλαβές σαραπίνες, με λαχρινές τσαχπίνες, με λαχρινές τσαχπίνες, με σκλαβές σαραπίνες. Θα φωνάζεις και θα τις διατάζεις, να παίζουν μπουζουκάκια, να σβήνεις τα μεράκια, να σβήνεις τα μεράκια, να παίζουν μπουζουκάκια.
For me, Rebetiko is a connection to the past, to Greek history, to my history, and also maintaining my connection to the culture.
Και το κοιτάς με χαρί, το ρολογάκι που φορείς και το κοιτάς με χαρί, δώρο πρωτοχρονιάτικο πέρσι στο είχα πάρει, δώρο πρωτοχρονιάτικο πέρσι στο είχα πάρει. Το έχω πληρώσει με καημούς, με 1002 φαρμάκια. Το έχω πληρώσει με καημούς, με 1002 φαρμάκια. Κι είναι κι ο λεπτοδείκτης του γιωμάτος βασανάκια. Κι είναι κι ο λεπτοδείκτης του γιωμάτος βασανάκια. Σαν την καρδιά μου τίκι τίκι τάκ χτυπάει πονεμένα. Σαν την καρδιά μου τίκι τίκι τάκ χτυπάει πονεμένα. Κι αν είχε στόμα θα λέγε τι τράβηξα για σένα. Κι αν είχε στόμα θα λέγε τι τράβηξα για σένα. Κι αν τώρα μας χωρίζουνε, ποτέ να μην το βγάζεις. Κι αν τώρα μας χωρίζουνε, ποτέ να μην το βγάζεις. Να με θυμάσαι και να κλαις την ώρα σαν κοιτάζεις. Να με θυμάσαι και να κλαις την ώρα σαν κοιτάζεις.
Personally, I think this kind of music is, you know, there's mainly, as I told you before, mainly the songs talk about love. A small percentage, maybe in the 1932 until 1937, they would talk about, you know, illegal stuff like drugs, like murder, like, you know, stuff like that. The good thing and the funny thing at the same time about Rebetiko lyrics is that maybe sometimes they would, you know, something would happen, something funny would happen, and they would make a song, you know, or something important would happen, and they would again make a song like love song. Someone who loves and who wants to, you know, flirt with a woman, maybe he would do it through a song, kind of. Yeah.
I think like the nature of Rebetiko and the reason it's so popular today is because the themes are cyclical. So back then there was political unrest and it's the same situation today. So that's why this generation, the young generation, are really engaged with this music. You don't even need to rewrite the lyrics. They apply to the modern context. So.
But there are, sorry, can I add? There are people that, you know, maybe, of course, what Christina said, it's true. Like, you can feel the same thing that people would feel 100 years ago. But a lot of people compose and write lyrics in a today's way, you know what I mean? Like, in the language we speak today. Or maybe it's a love song again or something like this. But maybe with a slightly different language, let's say. Because of the past, you know, and the...
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Καρκάρας και τα οχελωστό το ροπέι να περάσω και μες του Κάρντιφ τα νερά εκεί να πάω να ράξω.
It's like a pilgrimage almost, like, you know, going to Mecca for us, you know, sitting in the taverns, listening to people like Foti, of even, you know, the younger generation. And it's like, you know, it fills your soul just to hear that. It's like therapy. It's very important. And that's what we're trying to do in Australia. So we create events through Greek Fringe, a platform. And we also do Rebetiko Jam, Konda's Rebetiko Jam, every Wednesday in Melbourne, which attracts like young children and whoever, amateur players, and it's like coming together to make that feeling, to create those connections.
It's interesting when I go to Greece, I film as much as possible, you know, and I normally go by myself for 10 days and I try to get to 3 or 4, you know, live things every day. And then I film it, and then when I get home, I work through the songs and and then learn those songs. And it's good because that's why it's good to go see it, because you learn every time. You just see the way people sing, the way they play, and it's really educational. And I always say to people, you should go and just not play, just watch. And then that way you take something small back to Melbourne or Sydney or whatever, and you're always learning.
And then, you know, with Foti or bringing people like Fotis out to Australia, it lifts the level of the community. So Foti came and played at the Melbourne Rebetiko Jam with people that are amateur, people, you know, 10-year-old children playing buzuki. For them to play with him is, you know, mind-blowing for them. It's an experience, and they get hungry, they want to learn more. So this is what we're trying to do in the world. Rebetiko as a genre, it's you know, it was a subculture. It's kind of like on the fringes. It's not like we want to promote Rebetiko. Hey, Rebetiko for everyone, you know. It's because it's a kind of on the outside that's what makes the people even more connected. The people who are into it is kind of the bonds are very strong.
But still, it's not so super popular, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the thing in Greece. Maybe it's a small percentage of people, you know, of the population listens to that music. Still, you know, it's not that the majority of people wouldn't choose it, but that makes it even better, you know.
It's not the McDonald's of music.
Exactly.
Ψεύτικε κοσμέτη απόνια, πως με έχεις καταντήσει.
Like I would listen to something Japanese and I would like it, for example, because I will try to connect even with without understanding what exactly it says. But maybe I'll ask someone and he will say me, it's a love song. So, you know, I'm gonna think like that. And I'm gonna guess what is it about. I'm not gonna be able to hear the details, you know, what it says. But it's through mainly, if you don't understand the language, I think you connect through the music first and then trying to feel.
Yeah, I guess it's, you know, universal music as a language. You've got major scales, minor scales, kind of, you get an indication if it's sad, happy, the tempo, this kind of thing. But yeah, it's interesting. Even in Australia, we have such diversity. Many cultures are there, and they come to Rebetiko, and we have lots of followers from everywhere, like English people, Japanese people, like lots of, you know, local Australians really into Rebetiko. Like you know, we're here. This opportunity. You know, we had a festival in 2019, the Rebetiko Festival. Con and I worked on this, and Atsushi Tukaya, and he played buzuki, and that was really something special, you know, for Australians to see someone coming from Japan, you know, to play a Greek genre in Australia. It's just a testament to the global nature and the global passion for this music.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no borders with music.
Στα δίχτυα του ένα μικρό κουκλάκι. Ποια είναι και που κάθεται ακόμα δεν το ξέρω. Ποια είναι και που κάθεται ακόμα δεν το ξέρω. Μα σαν περνάει και με κοίτα ο δόλιος υποφέρω. Μα σαν περνάει και με κοίτα ο δόλιος υποφέρω. Απόψε τα πεφάσισα για να την ανταμώσω. Απόψε τα πεφάσισα για να την ανταμώσω. Το πόνο που έχω στην καρδιά να της το φανερώσω. Το πόνο που έχω στην καρδιά να της το φανερώσω. Να της πω πως με μπλέξε η φλόγα των ματιών της. και να της πω πως με μπλέξε η φλόγα των ματιών της, τα κάτσαρα μπουκλάκια της κι γλυκά των χιλιών της, τα κάτσαρα μπουκλάκια της κι γλυκά των χιλιών της.
Music
For
is
me,
life. We saw
yeah, I
that
don't
song with that sign.
It is actually the way I grew up. For example, I can't imagine without. You know, so it's kind of almost everything for me.
My wife said to me once that without music, I'm like a caged animal. That's it. That's disturbing. That sounds a bit violent. Scrap that. Music is
I think music is truth as well. It's like such a pure thing that it can't be anything else but what it is. You know, it's out there. The sound waves get out into the world. They go through your ears to your heart. There's no pretending. You know?
And people can see that when you're playing. People can tell if you're into it or not. You know. καλοκαίρι τώρα σε κάποια φίνα χώρα θα πάμε να γυρίσουμε μαζί. Μακριά σε ξένα μέρη ο κόσμος μη σε μέλει, ποτέ να μη σου καίγεται καρφί. Μακριά σε ξένα μέλη ο κόσμος μη σε μέλει, ποτέ να μη σου καίγεται καρφί. Το καλοκαίρι τώρα σε κάποια φίνα χώρα θα πάμε να γυρίσουμε μαζί. Παραγουάι, σε φίνο ακρογιάλι θα στήσουμε τσαντήριζι λεφτό. Θα πίνουμε σαμπάνια πριν πάμε για τα μπάνια, με μπουζουκάκι έξυπνο τρελό. Θα πίνουμε σαμπάνια πριν πάμε για τα μπάνια, με μπουζουκάκι έξυπνο τρελό. Μες στην Παραγουάι, σε φίνο ακρογιάλι θα στήσουμε τσαντήριζι λεφτό.
πάμε για τα μπάνια με μπουζουκάκι έξυπνο τρελό.
This is our last song. Thank you so much for being beautiful. The whole country is beautiful. This next song is a song by Vasilis Tsitsanis again. Look him up. It's a beautiful world of his music. Just go Vasilis Tsitsanis.